first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. Jalen Hurts in this offense trotting back out. And he's got to be wondering what happened in that first half. 3 interceptions, very uncharacteristic.
And even the great ones go through phases like this, like what we just saw. And most of them, they have such a mental capacity to throw it out and essentially start over. I think that's where he's headed now.
He's got his opportunity to throw it out. Let's see how he does. A gain of 3, second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Hurts on the option right. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Brooks. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. On the option left, it's Hurts. And he gets it down to the 32. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. A little do-it-yourself run right there, and a nice gain.
And I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find their way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Here's 2nd and 1 now from the 7. Back to the running game with Swift. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. DeAndre Swift taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Eagles are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the 3rd quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So that drive 7 plays in length. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and a yard. Now a give here to Pollard, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
First down, Prescott. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and 3. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 114 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
A great run by Pollard, and runs like that have had us anticipating a breakout season from him for years. And it finally arrived in 2022. Dallas gave him more run, and he had his first 1,000-yard season despite receiving less than 200 touches.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Brandon Cooks, 29 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point attempt to follow here. And the lead is up to 18 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much so they can get 2 more possessions.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down. They'll try it now with Swift. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. So that challenge not successful. To the first of his timeouts. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefit to being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Cowboys with a football. They'll be looking to tack on to their lead as we get set for the 4th. Now a 2nd and 6. Run for Pollard. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle. Territory.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. They'll run with Pollard. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. first down, and it's Pollard again. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down. Prescott now. Left side to Lamb. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. And his kick is indeed good. And that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to...
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as most.
And that's caught inside the 35. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw here. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown, Eagles. Jack Stoll from 13 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total. But all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
And he's going to be hit and taken down in the backfield. Just nowhere to run that time. And the try for 2 is snuffed out.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Two scores down, 2 timeouts at their disposal. This is a critical onside kick. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on 2nd down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, then you stop that clock. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Gonna run again here with Pollard. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Points of contact necessary at this stage is 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Pollard will take it up the gut. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down, and that should be that. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
I got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be giving a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. Prescott, he goes down to a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So it's a win here for the Cowboys, and it was Dak Prescott, their quarterback, who really led the charge.
Yeah, what struck me was how composed he was in the pocket. The numbers weren't spectacular. He had 2 touchdown passes, that's it. But he led his guys on some important drives when they needed it most, and they're going to come away with the victory.